Are you an IT services or MSP business owner looking to get started with SEO? Well, in today's video, we have everything you need to help your business get found in local search results. Hey, I'm Ben Hawkins, SEO expert at TMT, and today we are talking about local SEO and how to get started. The first thing you'll need to do is to make sure that your website exists, obviously, and then you will need to build the foundation. And that means you need to have a Google business profile. It needs to be filled out. You need to have a primary category set. You need to have your service hours on there. You need to have photos. You need to have a logo, and you need to have reviews, testimonials from your clients. Then you also need to create the peripherals around that. You need to create a Facebook. You need to create a LinkedIn. You need to create a clutch listing. You need to create a Cloud Tangle listing. And you need to use some sort of third-party directory service to push out your name, address, phone number, and website across the internet. So from there, we need to start optimizing your website. Typically, we recommend using your homepage to target your main metro area plus IT support or plus IT services. So if you're in Phoenix, ideally, you want to use the homepage to target Phoenix IT support or Phoenix IT services. And so you need to write good copy on your homepage targeting those keywords and users in that area. From there, you need to build out additional services pages targeting the rest of your services. What we know about IT SEO is that IT support and IT services are the number one search keywords in the SEO industry. But lesser searched keywords are relevant as well and can bring you leads. So you'll need to build out additional services pages like managed IT services, cybersecurity services, Office 365 services, data backup recovery services. If you're doing compliance, you can build compliance services. If you're doing specific compliance like HIPAA compliance, PCI compliance, you can build pages around those services as well. So ideally, you're building and crafting these pages around all of the services you offer. VoIP phone systems is another great one. And of course, you want to remember to write great content on these pages that speaks to the users that you are serving and their issues. So if you're in Phoenix and there's some sort of local issues that speaks to them or sort of a common business that you are working with, you want to write content that speaks to them. And speaking of industries and businesses, additional pages you want to start building are industry pages. So if you work with doctors, you want to build a page targeting doctors. If you work with manufacturers, you want to build a page targeting manufacturers. If you work with healthcare practices, you want to build a page targeting healthcare practices and talking about how you address their HIPAA compliance needs. So once you have your foundational pieces set up, and now we've optimized your website and we've built some decent content, we need to start building some sort of off-page trust factor type stuff. The number one thing that I would recommend doing is increasing reviews to your Google business profile, especially when we're talking about local SEO. Having a lot of 5-star reviews will definitely help you. Additionally, what you want to do is build out local landing pages. So using Phoenix again as an example, you would want to build local landing pages for all of the suburbs around Phoenix and the nearby areas. Now, this strategy really only works as it's sort of tied to your Google business profile. So essentially, people searching for services within 1 to 2 hours of your physical address or your virtual address. From there, we need to build more trust in the eyes of search engines. The number one thing that I recommend doing is some kind of review campaign to your existing clients, ideally asking them to leave 5-star reviews on your Google business profile. This helps build your authority in your local market. And ideally, you want to space those out. So getting 15 reviews over the course of 3 months is better than getting 15 reviews all at once because it looks more natural. And it would be more natural because that's sort of the pacing of real life. From there, you can also start to build out content targeted towards your specific audience. So let's say you work with dentists. Dentists use specific software in their businesses that you know about, for instance, EagleSoft and Dentrix. So you can write content dedicated to EagleSoft IT support or Dentrix IT support, link those to your dental IT support page and begin to build out content that way. And the same thing works for your local area. If there's local content that is relevant, say a recent the cyber attack in the area, you can write content about that and link it back to your IT support, IT services pages. Lastly, you want to also make sure that your website is optimized for mobile devices. These days, the way Google works is you need a responsive website. It needs to work on phones. Google is a mobile-first index, so your website needs to be high-performing on mobile, or else your rankings will suffer. Another thing you want to do when it comes to building more authority and trust is to do some kind of local link campaign. And the thing that we recommend doing the most is to engage with your community in some kind of local sponsorship. So there may be charity opportunities, or even something like sponsoring your son's softball team, or a local soccer team, or whatever. Oftentimes these organizations have places on their website where they list their sponsors and then link to those sponsors. So by building these sponsorships in the community and donating some money and perhaps some time, you can gain local relevant links to your website and build that authority and trust. So just to recap, obviously you need a website, you need to build the foundation, you need a Google business profile, you need a Facebook, you need a LinkedIn, you need to build directory links, you need to tell the internet essentially that you exist, and that you're a real business, that you have a consistent name, address, phone number, and website. That way, when somebody searches for your services, Google feels comfortable displaying your website. Google feels comfortable recommending you because they are confident that you will answer the phone and that you really exist. And if somebody drives to your business, you're going to open the door for them. From there, you need to optimize your website. You need to create content around all the services you offer. You need to create content targeting the industries that you're focused on and their challenges and problems they're facing and how you can solve them. And then you need to improve your authority and trust across the internet by getting more reviews and trying to build some local links. And then you want to make sure that your website is optimized for mobile and desktop devices as well. That may seem like a lot, but I want to encourage you that if you take it step by step, then you can focus on one thing at a time, then you will definitely get this done in the long run. If you're interested in partnering with us, you can use the link below to schedule a 60-minute consultation with one of our advisors, and they will definitely help you get started on the journey.